as the people say, things is getting a little spicy right now. The WNBA and the players, it could be heading to a strike. It looks like we're heading to a strike. The WNBA it has their feet set in the sand, and they're like, yo, we are not budging anymore. And the players are like, we're going to keep pushing, we're going to keep pushing you, and we're going to keep pushing you. Because you owe us, at least that's how they feel. And, you know, the question is, are the fans really going to be okay with, no WNBA season? Because that's what it's looking like we're headed to. It's getting spicy. It's heading into a direction that can give us all indigestion. Because I'm a WNBA fan, you're a WNBA fan, and we want to see our WNBA players play in the WNBA. However, we all know that this is a business, and these are business decisions. And regardless of how much leverage the WNBA feel they may have, these women have even more leverage. And they better not step off of the gas until they get what they want. Let's be real. Let's be real. Uncle Wee 6629, thank you for tuning in like always. He said, I'm scared, boss. I think that it's gonna take a little extra pushing. And when I say extra pushing, when his money starts to dry up, the possibility that these things can be, bad. You got a chance for people to be out the way. All right. Uncle Weeds also says fire Kathy. That will be a great deal. Get the deal done, in my opinion. All right. So I agree 100%. They need to get the deal done, because if they don't, guess what? We're gonna be watching Unravel. Unravel might have an extension of a season. It could be a number of different things that's gonna happen. All right. So yeah, they definitely need to fire Cassie, because her brain ain't working too well right now. You gotta make a deal. It may come down to the last second, and then they gonna be like, fine, we're gonna do it. We'll give you what you want. But this is bad. This is definitely going in the wrong direction. All right. So let's give y'all the current update and the status on what's going on in the WNBA regarding the CBA. All right. So the negotiations are still ongoing. The WNBA Players Association are some tough cookies, for real. They are not playing around. They are not playing around. The current update, the league has proposed, a lot of people already know, as the base max salary, $1 million. $1 million plus, right? But the top players, that's good compensation, but they get in other leagues. I don't know. With the opportunity to grow this revenue and how things is going, I'm going to say that's a little bit too low, right? The average base salary is going to be around $500,000. The minimum, $225,000. That sounds good to us, the regular folk, but that ain't, that's not a lot of money on the grand scheme of things, especially with how much money the league is going to be generating. I'm just saying. Yeah. All right. Also, the salary cap is tied to revenue. So pretty much how much revenue the league is making, how much revenues the ladies are generating by, putting their services on the floor. Guess what? It all ties back together. If it doesn't work, it don't work, right? They got to figure it out. All right, so this is what the WNBA is pushing for. Well, actually, the WNBA Players Association. The women are pushing for 30% of league revenue versus the league's lower proposal, right? So when we say 30% of league revenue, that should include anything and everything, whether it's ticket sales, whether it's TV revenue, whether it's an agreement with a soft drink, any of the advertisements, any of everything. They want a piece of the pie. And I don't blame them. The men get it. The men have been playing for X amount of years, but guess what? The women, I'm just going to say it, are smarter in their moves right now. They are. So keep stepping on it. Get what you want, get what you need, get what you're supposed to have. All right. So the women from the WNBA, they are not happy with these proposals. They're like, yo, we need to throw this stuff in the trash and we need to get to some real negotiation. They don't feel that the WNBA is negotiating in good faith. So Kathy might need to go. Might need to be up out of here. All right. 2 seconds, real quick. Make sure y'all like the video. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel real quick because we dropping videos all the time. We breaking down. And we got some hot stuff coming. Believe me. Trust me. All right. So, again, we're coming down to the deadline. The WNBA has some very key dates that they have to hit, or they can run into a problem with really messing up the momentum of the WNBA. So, we have a WNBA expansion draft that needs to occur, right? You have to either do core designations. If I was one of these women in this position, I'm trying to get rid of the core designation because that's just hindering and that is just handicapping your ability to make money and to make moves to different teams when you want to do it. Hey, make a move. Do what you need to do. All right. So the strike. Okay. They must reach a deal by the January 9th. So as you know, we're steadily approaching that date. It's coming. It's coming. So again, if they don't hit these dates, you're messing up your expansion draft. You're messing up free agency. You're messing up the onboarding of expansion teams. I agree, Uncle. I agree, Uncle Weed 6629. That's super close. But you're right. It's still time. We'll see what happens. We won't see what happens. It's still time. So, if anybody has any insight or any ideas on what's going to happen next, put it in the comments. Let's talk about it. Let's wrap through it. Because, this can get tricky. And you still have other leagues. You have Project B. And they throwing around money. And they just throwing around money. Then you also have Unravel. Unravel's getting ready to start. Unravel is the 3-on-3 league that Nafisa Collier, Breonna Stewart, they brainchild and put it together. And they already making money. Their evaluation for their league has already raised. It's already went up. So they know how to make the money. They like this. This is the perfect time for the women to get their coins. Because you have leadership with the Women's Player Association for the WNBA. They have all the knowledge. They're not the WNBA cannot just say, "Hey, this is what it is. These are the numbers," and the players are going to be like, "Oh yeah, okay, we trust you. We believe that's right." Guess what? It ain't gonna work like that. It ain't gonna work like that. You have women that have their own league, so they know how this thing runs. They know how this thing goes, and they know where people can hide the money to keep it from them. They know what's up. So I think that is either going to be the very last second before a deal is done, or the women are going to strike. So yeah, let's talk about that for a second. The union recently they made a very strategic move. Very strategic move. They voted 93% of the union voted, right? And out of that 93% of the union, 98% of the players voted in favor of going and striking if necessary. They got the atom bomb. They got their finger on the button. It's like, yo, what they gonna do? What they gonna do? They like, hey, you can play with us if you want to. We'll turn up and turn out and go to one of these other leagues like Unrivaled or Project B or whatever else is coming. Because people see these women can make you some money. And the women see, these players see that they can make them some money. They can go out there and do their own thing. So get ready, be ready, because it's right there. It's right there. Summer Breeze, 6250. I really enjoy Unravel. Can't wait for it to come back. I'm trying to catch a watch party. You know what? We might. I think you have just reminded me to do something. I thank you so much for bringing this back to my memory. Hey, if we don't have WNBA and this thing keeps going, we might have to throw some Unrivaled watch parties so that we all can collectively get together. Because if you guys made it out to our WNBA draft party that we had last year, y'all know what's up. Y'all know what's up. Y'all know how we get down and who pulls up and who turns out. Yeah, I'm just saying. Also, additionally, one more thing. If the WNBA players go on strike, you know what that also means? We don't have a WNBA draft. It's so much stuff can just go totally wrong, totally left. But it all boils down to giving these women what they earn, what they work for. And then we can get back to business. Then we can talk about all the great things that the WNBA is doing. You know? That's what I'm saying. Summer Breeze 6250. You're right. You say, oh yeah, you had some local celebs at the WNBA watch party. We definitely did. We had people from the news. We had people from the team. We had family members of people from the team that pulled up. Trust me, y'all don't want to miss it. Hey, and take this time right now, subscribe to the channel, the Fran Wyatt Podcast. We doing it. We getting y'all right. You never know what's coming. Hey, you never know. All right, so again, we are slow walking, but at a very, very fast pace to January 9th. Because at the end of the day, everything can go to the left or to the right. You know, it could be wrong or right. Who knows? It could be bad or good. January 9th is going to tell us a whole lot. But we're going to see what happens. We appreciate all y'all for tuning in. This is your host, Delano, your trusted voice for WNBA content, Washington Mystic content, all that good stuff. Hey, we appreciate y'all for tuning in. Y'all have a good one. We be back at y'all because guess what? It's going to be more to talk about. We out of here. Gone.